Some bus rides take you home, others take you somewhere else entirely. This is the story of the night I made a terrible mistake and boarded the wrong bus. I was late. The last bus had just pulled in, its headlights piercing through the cold, empty street. The sign on the front flickered, Bus 666, midnight route. Weird. I had never seen that route before, but it was the only way home. I stepped inside. The moment I walked in, I felt it. Something was off. The bus was full, yet silent. No one was talking. No one was moving. They all sat stiff and motionless. I glanced around. Their faces were pale, their eyes wide open, hollow, empty, and unblinking. I shivered. Not a single person blinked. I swallowed hard and took a seat near the middle, trying to ignore the uneasy feeling crawling up my spine. The driver, a hunched man in a tattered uniform, slowly turned his head toward me. His face was obscured by shadows, but his grin, that eerie, unnatural grin, stretched too far across his face. Where to? Just heading home. He chuckled, a dry, empty sound, and the bus took off. It was a bus full of corpses. I stood up in panic. "Hey, let me off!" He didn't respond. I ran to the door, but there was no stop button, no handle, only endless darkness outside the windows. Then I noticed the reflection in the glass, the passengers. They were all grinning now, their mouths stretched into wide, inhuman smiles. And I was grinning too. The driver finally spoke, his voice echoing from all around me. "This is your final stop." The doors creaked open. There was no road, no city, just a vast black abyss. The passengers slowly turned their heads toward me, their hollow eyes locking onto mine. I tried to scream, but my mouth wouldn't move. The next morning, the bus arrived at its first stop of the day. The driver smiled at the lone passenger waiting outside. "Midnight route?" The man hesitated, then nodded and stepped inside. The doors shut. The bus pulled away and disappeared into thin air. So, if you ever find yourself at a deserted bus stop in the dead of night and a bus you've never seen before pulls up, think twice before stepping inside. Like, share and subscribe for more terrifying stories, if you dare.